At this harvest festival in the northern German town of Westerstede, they're looking for the biggest pumpkin. Here the winner earns respect, a fair return on their investment, unlike at the bank. Dwindling interest rates and rising charges have made many people turn their backs on banks.
I'm angry at management when I hear what's happened in recent years, what with Lehman Brothers and the Hypo Vereinsbank. When you read the papers and see the amount of money top managers have burnt through, driving the banks into ruin and then getting bonuses. Meanwhile, we get less and less.
Betty Marks and her husband Holger have lost their trust in banks. They don't bother putting their money in a savings account, they just spend it, on their grandchildren, for instance.
In the end, you notice that anything you've saved just vanishes into thin air. So now we prefer to spend our money acquiring things we might otherwise have put off.
Like many in their town, they've bought a home, and they've fixed it up nicely. Their only savings is found in these coin canisters. Why don't they take the coins to the bank?
The banks don't pay interest like they used to. When I was a child, we had an account at the Postbank that earned 4.5% interest. Now I think it's a quarter or half of a percent.
They want to invest some money for their grandchildren, but they don't know where to do it. Holger Marks is angry that banks deal in speculative trading and opaque financial products like derivatives. He thinks banks should only earn profits from real hard cash.
I'm frustrated with their business practices. I absolutely cannot understand how it's possible for companies to engage in short selling. As an ordinary person, I can only sell you something like a cup of coffee if I actually have something to sell.
Banks have earned billions through shorting, selling securities they didn't even own at the time. Though few German savings banks do this, that does not appease savers.
At the moment, there's a tendency for savers to be more or less resigned to their fate. Interest rates are at rock bottom, but that's not something that a banking group decides amongst themselves. The banks don't regulate the market, rather it's the policies of the ECB.
Ordinary people realize that the market is flooded with cheap money, but there's nothing for them to gain.
It's scandalous. But we little people can't change that. We just have to live with it.
Here in Westerstede, what counts is what winds up on your plate.